Before Reliv, I'd been sick for 27 years. Started with a compromised immune system that progressed into autoimmune disorders. And so when I started on Reliv, I couldn't walk without help. I couldn't talk properly. My hair was falling out. I was having heart palpitations, had no feeling in my hands or down my right side, and everything I did hurt. It felt like muscle tearing from the bone. The doctor said there was nothing they could do for me and that I'd be in a wheelchair by the time I was 45 to 50 and bedridden at some point. I started on Reliv. I had no hope to ever have a quality of life again, and in 3 months I was pain-free for the first time in 17 years. I had no memory of what it felt like to have a pain-free day, and I was healthier than I'd been in 27 years. And I even lost 40 pounds with the help of Simplicity. So I love my Reliv shakes, and I could never be without them.
I spent 20 years in the Air Force. I was a helicopter flight mechanic, and during that time I made 2 trips to Vietnam, and I brought back Agent Orange cluster headaches. They were diagnosed by the VA, and they gave me pills and told me to go away. And I'd done that for 30 years. 9.5 years ago, Reliv came into our lives. So I said, okay, lady, I'm going to give you a challenge. I'm going to give you 4 months and try what I want to do. So in that first 4 months, I did have 4 more headaches, but they weren't as bad as they were for 30 years. Now I've been on the products 9.5 years, and I ain't had a headache in like 8.5 years. It's pretty awesome.
I got involved with Reliv about 4 years ago to help a friend of mine from church. She had some autoimmune issues, and I just really started taking the products to encourage her and support her. But just taking the products for prevention, after a few weeks I had more energy, and I've always had a weak immune system since childhood, and for me that was strep throat and tonsillitis. Anything that anybody had I would get. As I got older, I was starting to get bladder and kidney infections, and since I've been on Reliv, I've only been on antibiotics once in 4 years, and that's truly blessed my life. I have a quality of life and health that I haven't had in, well, since I was a child.
My children were watching me completely deteriorate, and I didn't want them to remember me that way. I was to the point where I just wanted God to take me, because I had no hope, according to the doctors, to ever get better. It was only going to get worse. And now, after being on Reliv, I am so healthy. I'm working out at the gym every day. I can run 6 miles. I feel fantastic. I don't live in pain at all. And it's just amazing to have that kind of a life back again.